You know what? I know I touched on the scalpers in one of my previous videos, but I just wanted to give a bit more context today to talk about how I think this is actually going to improve long-term within the hobby when Fanatics come on board. So stay tuned, it's going to be interesting. Hey everyone, Dan the Cardman back again. Welcome to another video. Very glad to have you here. Now today's video is going to be quite quick. I'm just going to give a follow-up to a video I did about 2 weeks ago on the card scalpers out at Walmart. Now I just want to give a few extra thoughts on this that I didn't touch on then, so it's going to be very quick. But just to give you a bit of a recap, DGen Rips filmed these guys out at Walmart. I'm not going to play the video here. If you want to see, check it on his channel. He deserves the views for that, not me. I'm not going to take his good work. But if you didn't see this video, basically what these guys did, they went into Walmart, he filmed them, they literally took everything off the shelf. They were so rough with what they were doing, it was really shit to see. You could tell they didn't give a shit about cards. They got quite aggressive with him in the end. Very unfortunate, so please check it out. The link's down in my description. Now, I touched on this in my weekly news video, so I didn't spend too long on it, but I talked about the things I didn't like within it, right? And, sorry about the cough, but the things I touched on was that I don't like scalpers in general, and I got a little bit of hate for that, so I want to give some clarification there. I have no problem with people flipping cards, right? And I think anyone does within the hobby. I have no problem with people flipping boxes, right? I have a problem when someone goes into a store, very clearly doesn't give a shit about cards, takes everything off the shelf, and is going to charge, they're going to basically extort people with the prices they're going to charge, right? And it's a bit strange these days because it's so much more affordable online and they're still going to charge a crazy price, but it's just besides the point. But these guys very clearly didn't give a shit about the hobby. They can pretend they did, but it's very clear they don't. And, that's the stuff that I don't like. I'm not going to begrudge someone from paying their bills, right? If you need to pay your bills, there's nothing wrong with picking up 3 boxes, bust one for yourself and selling 2. I don't have a problem with that. That's part of the hobby. That's in every hobby. Like I probably wouldn't do that myself to that extent, but if that's what you need to do to put food on your table for your family, for your kids, that's what you need to do. So I don't hate someone for doing that. I just hate it when it's done like this. And just to also recap, the thing I didn't like about the most, in case you haven't seen my other video, was that this sort of robs kids of that opportunity to pick up stuff in store. And I don't want to undersell how important that is for kids, right? Because I'm sure you can remember as a kid going to a store with a loved one, if you were fortunate enough to basically be able to do that. Go to a store with a loved one, buy a box of cards, and you get to bust that with them, or you get to home bust and you got a really cool card, and that memory sticks with you now as an adult. And that might be the reason why you're still so passionate about buying cards and collecting cards. I know that is the case for me. It's why obviously I collect a lot of things, as you can see here behind me, but those kind of memories stick with me. So the fact that I can't go to a store and buy the same experience for my kids or give my kids the same experience is really unfortunate. And what these scalpers essentially do is rob that opportunity from kids because they take everything, they leave nothing, right? And I have no problem, like I said a bit earlier, buying a couple boxes, leaving some for the next guy. But these guys very clearly took everything, and these are the guys we need to see gone from the hobby because it just ruins it for so many people. And it robs kids and new collectors of the opportunity. So that's a really shit thing to see, and I don't want to see it. Now, one thing I didn't touch on in my video into too much detail is how Fanatics is going to look to try and improve this moving forward. Now, this comes with its own problems, which I'm keen to get your thoughts on. But in general, what Fanatics are looking to do, in case you haven't seen it, and this is not announced anywhere yet, but this is based off, it's rumors for now, but it's based off what they've done with their other products, right? And what they're looking, or what they will look to do, is implement some sort of lottery system on their platform. And what that means is they have a bunch of product on their platform. You're going to register with your name, with your address, so bots can't impact it and things like that, or hopefully bots can't impact it. And then when the product launches, you'll get notified whether you were allocated one box or not. So it's a bit unfortunate because maybe it's still going to be just as hard for you to get cards as it is now, but at least it means you can get cards at a good price. Now, there's some ramifications with this because it most likely means that Fanatics, and the rumors are that Fanatics is probably going to look to not leverage the local card shop network that currently exists with these distributors. I think local card shops will still be around, just maybe not as many as we have now, which is a bit unfortunate. But to give you some context, what sort of happens is, sorry for coughing, what sort of happens is Panini will produce a box of cards, right? And they'll charge a local card shop $100. And that local card shop will say, or Panini will say, okay, the retail price for that box is $300 or $200, right? So they leave enough bone or meat on the bone for the local card shop to make a living. But what happens is, obviously you guys know this because hobby is quite hot right now, that $200 box is now selling for $1,000, right? So this card shop is making a huge fortune, and then it's obviously facilitating scalpers and things like this to try and make things even harder for us as collectors to get affordable product. And because the money is not going directly back to the distributor, or the manufacturer I should say, you're not getting better product coming out. They're just printing high volumes to try and get money that way. So what Fanatics is likely to do is not go down that path. They want the money in their pockets, right? So what they will do is that $100 box that they were previously making and charging, and obviously they're not making it now, so that's not a good example, but that $100 box is now going to be a $400 box direct to customer. So yes, we're saving money because that box is no longer $1,000, but we're paying more than what we would have been paying had the market not boomed or not stayed hot. So there's some cause for concern there. But the other positive with regards to that is that now, because they're charging $400 for this product, and it's one hope that I have, is we better start getting better card quality out of that for paying $400, right? Because there's no excuse now. Panini wasn't seeing the $900 profit that those boxes were selling for in that example I gave earlier, where they're saying it's $100 in their pocket, $250 retail, but it's selling for $1,000. They're not getting that $750 profit. That's going to the card shop. Whereas now, because Fanatics will get that difference, right? They're manufacturing this box for $100, but they're selling it directly for $400. That $300 profit should then go back into the cards and start giving us better patches again and things like that I touched on in a recent video. So there's a few points there. I'm keen to get your thoughts. Sorry, I just wanted to, I know I've repeated myself based on the video I did a couple of weeks ago, but I just wanted to touch on that Fanatics element because it should fix this scalping problem that we have right now in the hobby. It causes other problems that obviously I touched on a little bit there with regards to pricing and what it means for card shops, and then removing that experience away from collectors. I hope they give card shops an opportunity to uplift their systems and things like that to be at a level that Fanatics want. And obviously Fanatics want as much information. We live in a data age, right? So old school card shops that are not tracking customer information and things like that are not going to do too well. Fanatics want to get as much data as possible. So hopefully they give these card shops an opportunity to improve their business processes and technology and things like that to give them the requirements that they want. Because if it is going to be the end of the card shop, and this is a discussion for another video, it's really unfortunate. And I hope it isn't the case, but that's a huge problem and it's something to talk about on another day. But hopefully this means that scalpers are going to be gone when they do get their rights. And then only that, cards basically become more affordable again. And then in turn, we get better product in the end because more money is going back to the manufacturer, which means we should be getting better product. So yeah, a bit of a tangent. I hope you liked the video. Please let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Please give me a like and me a follow if you did enjoy the video. If you didn't enjoy the video, please, again, let me know what you didn't like down below. I just thought I'd give a bit of a recap to talk about a few points I didn't touch on previously. As always, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.